of mentor and disciple, August 24 was designated as Men's Division Day in 1976. The interesting facts in the occasion is when Mr. Ikeda was 19-year-old, Mr. Toda was at 47 years age, and mystically that was the year was 1947. Ikeda was 19 years old that summer, the same age Toda had been when he first met with his mentor, Sunyasabioro Makiguchi. Why is this day significant? August 24 marks the beginning of a lifelong journey of mentor and disciple, a journey that would change the lives of millions of people. It marks the days that a disciple stood up to join his mentor. In widely spread Nichiren Buddhism, a philosophy that empower us to revolutionize our lives through inner transformation. On August 6, 1993, the 48th anniversary of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima, President Ikeda began writing the new human revolution. This sequel to the human revolution serializes the history of the Soka Gakkai following in his inauguration in 1960 as its third president, and serves as a record of the SGI's development. In the preface of Volume 1, he wrote that he expected the ongoing novel to comprise 30 volumes, representing his life's work. It will certainly be a supreme challenge to finish writing it within my lifetime. He said, nevertheless, only by fulfilling our mission in this life do we truly live. BSG Trailblazer Day. BSG accomplished a goal of 100,000 membership on 1st August 2015, which was declared as the BSG Trailblazer Day. It is reported that BSG has accomplished 128,000 membership and 60,000 youth division members. Our beloved mentor, Ikeda Sensei, gave BSG the title of Trailblazer of Worldwide Kosen Rufu. Thank you.
Thank you, Kuhu. Each month, our sensei sent us a message for us and for our encouragement. And for this month, he has also sent. I request Raju sir to read out his message.
Very good morning to all of you. Very good morning to all of you. This is a message by our mentor, Ikeda Sensei. To my beloved Men's Division members of India, whom I hold in utmost respect. First and foremost, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation for the admirable efforts you are exerting each and every day. Nichiren Daishonin, the original Buddha of the latter day of the law, is most certainly aware of the noble unseen virtues you are accumulating through exerting yourself for Kosen Rufu. As such, there is absolutely no doubt that you will enjoy visible rewards. Nichiren Daishonin teaches us in his writing that, unquote, if one can establish a relationship with even just one phrase of the wonderful love, that relationship will continue unbroken over a million kalpas. Please continue to strive in great cheer to help your friends from connections with Buddhism so that they will be able to enjoy happiness that will never be destroyed eternally. I sincerely hope that through such efforts you will achieve dynamic progress for Kosen Rufu as well as in your lives. Let's resolve that now is precisely the time for us to spread the great light of hope and humanism in our society and towards the future. I ask that you advance together in unity based on the spirit of many in body, one in mind, setting yourselves as a role model of harmonious unity for all to emulate. I am sending Daimoku to each and every one of you, offering my earnest prayers that you and your families will enjoy continued good health, safety, immeasurable good fortune and benefits. 3 cheers for the men's division of India. Please stay well and be in high spirit always. 24 August 2022, Daisa Kuitita, President Sokagakai International. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Officer. Now, we all know in our path, experience plays a vital role. It is a catalyst for us to continue in this practice. So, now we'll read out, I will request Padmalaya to explain his experience.
Padma madam, are you there?
अजय नमस्कार समस्त के नमस्कार
नमस्कार नमस्कार
अजय मु जो अच्छे शाशुघर को आसी तो सेठी मु किछि कहि परिबनी लाइन रे अछि कि मो एक्सपीरियंस रे सबंकरी मैडम को मु रिक्वेस्ट करछि सेठी के पढि देबे
एक विकास ना मो हाथ बिंदु चित सब धरले हां सी भी धर पारिबे
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Padma, I wrote the experience. Good morning, all. I am Padmalaya Pradhan, practicing this philosophy since 2 years. In this journey, I have overcome many difficulties. Today, I feel fortunate to share some of my recent experience before all of you. Personally, I am a beautician since 27 years. I have a parlor on my own. In the beauty industry, all my jobs are appreciated by many experts. To get this personal achievement, there are many outsiders who have supported me. I have also achieved black belt in karate and kickboxing. My husband is a mechanical engineer in a central government office. My in-laws' house is in Balangir. After marriage, when the Women Welfare Association of my husband's office knew that about me, they offered me to open a karate training school in the residential area there. My in-laws were not agree with this. It has no value for them. But I convinced them and started the karate training school along with my beautician practice. In both the professional profession, I achieved many recognition and awards. But when I was moving towards peak, I had to leave that place for the higher study of my only son. I came to Bhubaneswar with him. At first, I was reluctant to it, but in few days I accepted that fact. I thought there would be some new future waiting for me. In Bhubaneswar, I started my parlor again. This time also my husband was not agreed with it. I told him that my work was to support the financial burden which was in front of us because of the study expenses for my son. Hesitantly, he agreed with me. That time was a very serious struggle for me. I and my son, we were staying in a rented house. Some houses owners have harassed us many times. To start the parlor, there were also huge financial problems. Sensei says, I quote, the courage not to be born to pressure, the courage to stand alone, the courage to maintain one's determination, the courage to look deep into one's heart, and confront one's own cowardice and arrogance, the courage to challenge difficulties. Those who passed who possess the kind of courage are true victors. I unquote. With a bank loan, I became able to open my parlor. My situation started improving. At the same time, I faced another big problem. My son was misguided by some of his friends and did many wrong activities. Some of them, we may say, were criminal activities. I was very bothered about it. I felt as if all my dreams were being destroyed. Knowing the situation, my husband blamed me for the bad condition of my son. He was pressuring me to close the parlor and focus on my son. I was totally helpless and helpless. In the meantime, one of my childhood friends told me about this life-changing philosophy. From that day till today, I have never neglected this practice. I have been overcoming all my problems one by one. This philosophy not only changed me, but my son also. Now he is very obliged and a good boy. SJ President Ikeda states, I quote, prayer is the courage to persevere. It is the struggle to overcome our own weakness and lack of confidence in ourselves. It is the act of impressing in the very depths of our being the conviction that we can change the situation without fail. Prayer is the way to destroy all fears. It is the way to vanish sorrow, the way to light a torch of hope. It is the revolution that rewrite the scenario of our destiny. I unquote. I want to share that how prayer can change the situation. From the beginning of my marriage, my husband doesn't support me. I have been taking this as my bad karma. But because of this philosophy, I became aware that this is my mission. Now I am continuing my faith with this thought. Recently, when my son plus 2 results declared he scored 75% marks, it was unbelievable for all our family members. He became interested in hotel management and now admitted in a reputed institution. After his admission, my husband suddenly called me and told to leave Bhubaneswar. According to him, my son will be in hostel, so there is no need to live here. He didn't think of my business. When I tried to talk with him, he did not listen anything from me. Rather, told I choose either him or Bhubaneswar. He warned me to file for divorce. After a few days, he called me again and told me that he had planned for a foreign job and to establish there. If I would not agree with him, he was ready to leave me. I was scared. I became confused, thinking what was in his mind. I chanted a lot for the right wisdom. His trip was confirmed regarding tickets. His trip was confirmed regarding tickets, staying at different hotels, and all the official prayer records were also ready. I just chanted for the cancellation of the journey. Amid this relationship situation, his trip was not suitable for us. I chanted for hours. I chanted for hours and hours. The day became nearer. Just before this departure, a message came that only his visa is cancelled due to not depositing of the marriage certificate. The matter of surprising was that all other friends of him had not also deposited the marriage certificates. The only one person's visa was cancelled for the same reason while others were allowed. He tried his level best to be successful, but he failed. At last he blamed me for this. According to him, because of my ill thoughts, his journey was cancelled. At this situation, I had only one option, which was to chant. After a few days, he realized that it was his mistake. He called me and confessed. His confession wasn't my victory. Rather, the change within him was my achievement. Now, he is very normal to me, but still he wishes me to leave Bhubaneswar. I am continuing my prayers with the conviction that everything will be right, everything will be alright one day. Since he says, I quote, in life we are often faced with various competing responsibilities. The important thing is to be determined to give your all and to be fully engaged what you are doing at any given moment. The secret to successful fulfilling a variety of roles is to concentrate fully on the task at hand and enthusiastically give it your best effort, manifesting a positive, forward-looking attitude and not worrying, I unquote. So friends, now I am redetermined that with challenges now, I shall no longer avoid, not resist. I shall no longer avoid, nor resist. Rather, I shall group the steps I take forward with my determination for life, and I shall armor myself with faith, practice and study to uphold my validity for life. The action we take every day are proof that we have the innate ability to win over our fundamental darkness. So make it count. Let's not waste even a single moment. Thank you for your patience hearing, and thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. It's a very good example, and we should learn now this teaches that we should not lose hope, and we will move forward with this philosophy, and we will achieve everything in our life. Thank you. Now is the time for activities by the youth. And I request Sandhya to start their activities.
पिलाने सेंटर पड़े सब याद होगा तो 3 जन तक इटी सेंटर में पड़े सब नॉले देखा दियो और यार और यार तो ये आगू बस पूरा आगू पूरा हां एकदम कम सुपर स्टोर्स जार अच्छी से आगू का सुन यार नहीं से पहुंच सही देख जाए देखिए जल्दी पहुंच संदीप देखा जाऊंगा गोटे गोटे काम करो माने धन्यवाद सर होलिचित ओके
The stand-alone spirit is all up to me. President Takeda says, a single individual rising up and taking action. This is the starting point of Kosen Roku and the great spirit that pervades the Soka Gakkai. As practitioners of mystic law, we have inherited this spirit from the time of the Daishonin as his young disciple Ramjatoki Mitsu.
In 13th century Japan, the great sage Nichiren Daishonin stood up
with firm determination to save all the people of the world from suffering. He showed us the direct path to happiness through belief in the mystic law of the Lotus Sutra. Lord Yuno, the steward of Yuno village, became one of Nichiren Daishonin disciples. His son Nanjo Tokimitsu was still a child at that time.
When Tokimitsu was just 7 years old, his father fell ill and died. Nichiren Daishonin came to Ueno village to pay his respects to Lord Ueno, and when Tokimitsu formed a lifelong bond with the Daishonin. 9 turbulent years passed by. The government wanted to kill the Daishonin because he had the courage to speak the truth. But when he was taken to be beheaded, a bright orb of light suddenly appeared. The executioners were afraid and the Daishonin's life was saved.
After this, the Daishonin was exiled to the remote island of Kado, and Tokimitsu became the steward of Yuno at the age of 16. At this time, Nichiren Daishonin was living in a forest dwelling at Mount Minobu. Tokimitsu had a strong seeking spirit for the Daishonin's teaching. Concerned for the Daishonin, he visited Minobu with offerings. Expressing his heartfelt gratitude to Tokimitsu for his sincerity, consideration, and strong faith, the Daishonin encouraged him to practice and uphold the teachings of Lotus Sutra and bring everlasting happiness to his family and his father. The Daishonin sent his closest disciple, Nikoso, worked along with Tokimitsu and spread Buddhism. Nikosonin was delighted with Tokimitsu's youthful passion and sincere seeking spirit. Tokimitsu was fascinated by Nikosonin's deep understanding of the Daishonin teaching and his unwavering commitment to propagate the law.
Under the leadership of Nikosonin, Tokimitsu decided himself to working for the happiness of the people. His house became a base from which many people in the Fuji area started practicing the Daishonin's Buddhism. Priests of other sects grew jealous of the growth of Nichiren Buddhism, and on September 21, 1279, 20 farmers from Oshiwara village, who were disciples of the Daishonin, were attacked and arrested on false charges. Nanjo Tokimitsu was serious about this injustice.
Tokimitsu wrote to the authorities demanding the farmers release and protected their families and other villagers in his own home. When the government punished him with heavy taxes, he joyfully sold his extra clothes and horse to feed the villagers and sent offerings to the Daishonins. The farmers never gave up their faith and 3 were killed for this. Seeing how people were willing to give up their lives for the law, and the Daishonin inscribed the Gohanzen, so all the people all times could chant to it and awaken to the path of happiness. After the Daishonin's passing, Nanjo continued supporting Nikosonin for his stand-alone spirit, his strong faith, his seeking spirit, his courage and composure, his selfless willingness to protect his fellow believers. Nanjo is a model for all youth emulate. Thank you.
Thank you all. Now is the time for discussion, and I request everyone to take part in the meeting. However, this is the discussion topic is the principle of a blue deeper than indigo itself. Now I request Savita Panda Madam to start with the discussion meeting.
A very good morning to all Bodhisattvas present over here. I, Mrs. Savita, have immense pleasure to discuss this topic today, and that, as we all know, discussion of a topic is always essential to make our faith on this life transferring philosophy strong. Accordingly, this month our topic of discussion is a blue deeper than the indigo itself. It explains that how repeated efforts help us to deepen our faith, as well as we all know of a saying that practice makes a man perfect. Ice is made of water, but it is colder than water. Blue dye comes from indigo, but when something is repeatedly dyed in it, the color is better than that of the indigo plant. Nichiren likens this to the deepening of one's faith through continuous Buddhist practice, repeatedly chanting and studying and sharing Buddhism with others, making our vow for Kosen Rupu as strong as the mentor. President Nikata says, outstanding mentors raise outstanding disciples. Outstanding disciples later go on to become outstanding mentors to others. So to understand, Makiguchi Sensei was mentor for Ikeda Sensei. Toda Sensei. And Toda Sensei was disciple of Makiguchi, but he is the mentor for our Sensei, that is Ikeda Sensei. So it continues. The path of mentor and disciple continues forever. President Ikeda also took his mentor's spirit and vow as his own, and with the powerful dynamism of a charging lion, fought his hardest. He strived hard, blazed new trails of Kosen Rupu. He made one capable individual after another who would fight alongside him. Sensei fostered them, encouraged them, and worked together with them to build a fast people's movement. The interest is from indigo and even deeper blue. President Ikeda said, we, the mentors and disciples of Soka, live out our lives together and strive to fulfill the great vow of Kosen Rupu together eternally throughout the three existences of past, present and future, our hearts forever. Thank you. Over to Sharat sir.
Good morning, I am Sharat. I will continue on this discussion on the point walking the path of mentor and disciple and becoming true successors. The Soka Gakkai is based on mentor and disciple spirit. Our second president Toda Sensei was the disciple of Makiguchi Sensei. After the death of Makiguchi Sensei in the jail, Toda Sensei had taken vow to fulfill the wish of his mentor to spread the philosophy among the people of Japan. But Toda Sensei had a vision of worldwide Kosen Rupu, to which our present Sensei took the vow to fulfill his wish. As a result, now the people of 192 countries and territories are practicing this philosophy. Nichiren Daishonin says, I entreat the people of this country, do not look down upon my disciples. If you inquire into their past, you will find that they are great bodhisattvas who have given alms to Buddhas over a period of 800,000 million kalpas, and who have carried out practices under Buddhas as numerous as the sands of the Hiranyavati and Ganges rivers. President Ikeda explains by the example of one female follower, namely Nichimyo. Even Nichimyo was separated from her husband. She nurtured her young daughter on her own with due regards and following the path of the encouragement of Nichiren Daishonin. When Nichiren Daishonin was exiled in Sado Island, his encouragement was included. Blue dyes comes from indigo, but when something is repeatedly dyed on it, the color is better than indigo plant. This is the supremacy of the law. When we act upon with the guidance of our mentor without any doubt, that is full faith on every words of our mentor, no doubt we will achieve the goal with better benefit than we think. We should focus repeatedly on our resolution, conviction so that it will be more foreseeable and at every step of our work it will come out and the achievement will surpass of our will. Every action of our sensei must be looked upon and we should be inspired upon by his activities. How at every period of his work he is focusing on his mentor. Even he is talking with his mentor every day in his soul so that he could achieve the worldwide Kosanuku and has fostered countless capable followers of this philosophy. We should take vows repeatedly and no doubt more blue will flourish in our life even than indigo. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very nicely explained this topic. A very good morning to all of us. I am Trupti Jana sharing today's discussion topic. Developing and adjusting oneself day after day based on faith and creating value in life and society. Here President Ikra says, Namya Horenge Kyo is the fundamental law of the universe. When we chant Namya Horenge Kyo, we align our lives with the mystic law and can bring forth power as vast as the universe itself. Chanting Namya Horenge Kyo is also a source of boundless good fortune and benefit. Our practice of Ganga is the magnificent solemn ceremony in which we pray for peace throughout the world and happiness of all human beings. Each day, with a firm resolve to become blue than the indigo. Let's chant Namya Horenge Kyo even more strongly and move everything in the direction of hope and victory. President Ikra says, if one does something repeatedly in indigo, it becomes valuable, even blue, than the indigo leaves. The Lotus Sutra is like the indigo, and the strength of one's practice is like the deafening blue. In more concrete terms, deafening our faith means deafening our prayer. Becoming blue than the indigo means challenging ourselves with courageous. It is courageously challenged to keep breaking throughout our limitation and keep creating new value in our lives and in society. It is the greatest of expectation for the student touching on the Buddhist principle from the indigo and even deeper blue, and that he had tremendous confidence in their great mission, the future leaders and the Sotagakai, who would develop the organization even further. My admirable young friends, who will great blue than the indigo, may you transform all hardships into a source of strength and become the pillars of your age. How overjoyed Mr. Makiguchi would be to see the wonderful development of these perseverers of justice, who are becoming blue than the indigo. Let's continue to expand our life step by meeting and speaking with others and enact a triumphant drama, confident that our efforts for peace will bring good fortune and security. Thank you. Over to Vijayalakshmi Madam.
Good morning to all.
the subject for studying capable people who will surpass us and advance question group determining into the future, which is a part of main subject. The principle of a blue before them in the book itself. When Michelin Daishonin says 5 characters of Myohara Invicto are the heart of Lotus Straw and the eye of all Buddha. As for President Isada, the expression bluer than the indigo is used to describe how disciples grow to become capable people, surpassing even their parents, seniors, and mentors. As President Joshua used to say, sensei of teacher in Chinese meaning first born, and disciples are later born. Confucius was saying, later born young people are destined to surpass first born teachers. President Joshua sent a great current for worldwide question issue that would to endure throughout the eternal future of the latter day of the law would grow year by year, developing from a small stream to a mighty river. He pressed youth of future generations to make it happen. President Isada pressed Indian Buddhism throughout the world, and he has worked on future youth division to pass the baton of mentor and disciple. He has confidence on the future youth division who will surpass their mentors and demonstrate the noble Buddhist teaching and principles upheld by the Sutta. He explained the disciples as newer than the individual. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam. Now I also request Swami madam, Swami sir to kindly have a share their views in the meeting. Discussion.
Good morning to all. Today meeting is very different, physical and online. Okay, so repeatedly doing something. Asian Nation has given a beautiful example from indigo plant. Repeatedly doing something, the color will far better than indigo plant itself. In many cases, during real world, the new musicians practices under the head musician or his guru. They have come out to restaurant after repeatedly practicing the music. They will sing. Even any other sports field also, the sports teacher may be excellent, but repeatedly practice the person athlete excel the teacher. So repeatedly reserve is important. And the result is so important that you can be assured that you will become better. So Sensei has told, I think you have read already, I am telling you, becoming bluer than the indigo means challenging ourselves with courage. It is a courageous challenge to keep breaking through our limitations and keep creating new value in our lives and in society. New value always. This is a demanding, difficult undertaking, but it will lead to a wonderful drama of human revolution, dreaming with limitless fulfillment and growth. So you can understand that if you repeatedly resolve to do something, that will be, the result will be far better. It will exceed the original. So the Lotus Sutra remains the same, but if you repeatedly strengthen your resolve, your power will be better than that of others, and you receive more blessings than others. So it is clearly given that if you repeatedly or that if you sincerely do with resolve, things will work. And indigo plant is the best example. The blue dye originally surpass the plant which produces the indigo. So that is a very good example for real life, that if we do something sincerely with a great result, that we will surpass our limits and move ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hi, madam.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning to all bodies present here. Everybody has been discussed very quickly. I only add some points that this topic centers around the point that Mohammedan is same, Mohammedan is constant, and we all have gathered here to get some benefit, some courage, because of her practicing this philosophy. Mohammedan is same, Mohammedan is constant, but it depends upon how much we are capable of setting the power of benevolent force of the power of mystic law in motion. It depends upon our faith, our conviction on mystic law to make this possible. Repeatedly, day after day, Mr. and in one Gosha have told that strengthen your faith is the king of. Strengthen your faith more than ever. Day after day, means the kingdom was a very staunch believer of mystic law and a disciple of Mr. So still then, always advise him that strengthen your faith more than ever. Master your faith, then what that cannot be achieved. If we are not getting something, we should ask ourselves that whether my faith is strong. Each and every day, we should take the result to make our faith more and stronger. Through our faith, we can overcome any obstacle and instead overcome. Do is important indeed. A disciple, it is a fervent nature of Behera that through disciples should surpass me. This is also a fervent nature of Torah, it is my fervent nature that my disciples should overcome me, more than me. This is the spirit of this topic. According is saying, and it depends upon our strength of practice, strength of faith, how come we are drawing forth the benevolent power of the Lord, so that we can be benefited and make others help. Thanks.
Thank you, madam. I request any other members to share something. Otherwise, we will shift to the next agenda. Now is the time for the guidance. I request. I request the new guests to share their impression. Hello.
हाँ सर थैंक यू हाँ सर बड़ा शिल्प भल लगे कंटिन्यू करिए
थैंक यू हाँ कंटिन्यू करेंगे
Thank you. Now I request Fani sir to share the guidance for us.
Guidance. Anything left out? No. Over. Okay. two small guidances Sensei has given. In the course of life, Sensei says, you are bound to face all kinds of difficulties. At times you may be stuck. That is when you need to strengthen your faith and chant Daimoku in earnest. Difficult as it might be, once you surmount the steep mountain of your karma, a new horizon will open wide before you. Buddhist practice is the repetition of this process. Eventually you will reach a state of absolute happiness that will never be destroyed. So, develop strong, deep rooted faith. As long as a sapling has strong roots and receive enough sunshine and water, it will grow into a tall, sturdy tree, even if it is buffeted by other elements. The same is true of our Buddhist practice and of our lives. I hope that all of you will be courageous individuals who cheerfully spread the great light of happiness throughout this troubled world. Your life serving as a personal proof of the true greatness of this Nichiren Buddhism. So, next one is a very popular one. All of you know, but it gives a meaning in the end. So, in Sakyamuni's day, there was a woman who had lost her beloved child to illness. Half insane with grief, she wandered the town clutching her dead child to her bosom and begged all those she encountered, please give me medicine for my child. Feeling pity for her, someone took her to see Sakyamuni. When he heard her story, he said, do not fret, I will give you good medicine. Go into the town and bring me back some mustard seeds. However, there must be mustard seeds from a family where no one has lost a loved one. In her quest, the woman walked all over the town, going from door to door. But there was not one family that had not lost a loved one. Finally, it dawned on her, all human beings die. She was not alone in her suffering. To gain insight into the eternity of life, she became a follower of Sakyamuni, and she later came to be respected as a sage. By employing the expedient means of sending her out in search of mustard seeds, Sakyamuni freed and restored peace to the heart of this woman who had been wrapped up in her own grief. He helped her awaken to a deeper wisdom based on the eternity of life. So, through this example, we have Sakyamuni able to give the real answer instead of giving the straight answer. I think in life we should understand if karma plays the role, we have to overcome that for the sake of others. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now is the time of vote of thanks. I request Sasmita Madam to vote of thanks.
Good morning, one and all. Good morning, one and all present over here. I, Sasmita Nayak, feel extremely privileged to be given a chance to give the vote of thanks. First of all, I thank all the attendants of this meeting for being present with us. I thank the MC to making the meeting a great success. I also thank all the participants who have made the meeting successful, and many thanks to our youth division members for offering excellent activities. I also thanks to all senior leaders for giving us valuable guidance to live our life smoothly. Lastly, again I thanks to all the members who attend this meeting, and specially heartfelt thanks to Raju sir and Shubhankari ma'am for conducting and arranging this meeting very successful. Thanks you.
Thank you, madam. Now is the time for the closing song. I request Kuhu to play the closing song and followed with the commemorative photographs.
Sir, after the song, we have to on our video mode on. मैडम एटा कहीं कटि गला तो आउ थरे मूल प्ले करी
3 dimension.
नहीं सर फोटो डाटा नहीं
And
समझ
thereafter-
वीडियो मोड ऑन कर दिया
Huh?
ये मैंने भी आंसर दिया थैंक यू
First of all, we'll take the
थैंक
photo.
यू सर वीडियो ऑन करी देंगे
Thank you.
हाँ बाहर जो मैंने सभी समता नमी स्वामी साहब एक पद्मा थैंक यू शुभलक्ष्मी वीडियो ऑन करो स्वामी साहब वीडियो ऑन करो जामिटी आपको देखियो समझते प्रशांत भाई वीडियो ऑन करो ସେଇଠି ଆମ ବାଲକୋନି ରେ ବସିକି
प्रशांत ऑन कर
हाँ सडनली मैडम ऑन कर
अरे पळा सुनो प्रशांत
नल आपण एठी नल हां प्रशांत ऑन कर देले ऑन कर देले ସେଇଠି थांदे लेट्स से सेंसे आ समस्त कहूना ମୁଁ फोटो केमती उठेबी
सेंसे
सेंसे थैंक यू हां सर पछर भाई लाउ तर उठेबा की
Now we will close the meeting with 3 dimension.
नमो Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you all, thank you all.
Thank you.
Sonali. Sonali.
नहीं अपन नहीं आना जिबा से बात
नमस्कार ଆଉ ଆମେ ବହୁତ ଦୁଃଖିତ ଯେ ତମେ ଆମ ଘରେ ଯାଉଛ ଆମେ ତ ଖୁସି ଯେ ଦିଲ୍ଲୀରେ ତମେ
बिल्कुल इच्छा नहीं ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट को जीवा में କିନ୍ତୁ ବାଧ୍ୟ ଆଜି ମାନେ ଲାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ୍
ପ୍ରେସ୍ ଯୋଉଠି ସେଇଠି କରିବ ନା ଆମର
अच्छा मैं एक छोटे छोटे
उठी दी
मैडम की